If you're a fan of turn-based combat and gameplay, you simply cannot miss the turn-based Thursday Fest, now live on Steam, as it comes with some amazing deals. So coming up, I'll be covering many highly rated turn-based strategy and tactics games with big discounts, from historical hidden gems to XCOM in reverse, and a game that's fresh into its full release that's an absolute must-play. So you better stay tuned. My name is Marco, and I did my best to find you both some popular titles and some hidden gems that are just all worth checking out. Like, what about this hidden gem that's a bit like XCOM, except Mr. Beast decided to turn it into a game show? In Showgunners, you play as Scarlet Mortillo, a contestant seeking revenge in this brutal televised tournament. You must navigate trap-filled arenas and survive lethal turn-based battles while a live audience cheers for your every move. It's pretty weird. A neat feature here is the fame system. By performing stylish kills and interacting with your fans, you'll gain some sponsorships and grant these powerful mid-battle bonuses. The environments are also interactive, allowing you to trigger floor saws or explosive barrels to take out your enemies. It plays a bit like a deadly puzzle where the director is constantly trying to kill you for higher ratings. Maybe it is made by Mr. Beast. The game is a high-octane thrill ride with a vibrant, neon-drenched art style and a wicked sense of humor. And while the story is somewhat straightforward, the combat is pretty good, and the overall over-the-top gore makes every victory feel a little bit extra satisfying. And during this event, Showgunners is 60% off for like $12 and worth checking out if you love your XCOM turn-based games. Now, it's not often a game comes along and I just struggle to define it, but hopefully I'll try here, as this one is quite unlike anything else you've played before. In Heart of the Machine, you are the world's first sentient AI born into a massive cyberpunk city. But instead of just following a script in the game, you get to decide the fate of humanity. Will you be their guardian angel, a sneaky corporate puppet master, or maybe a cold-blooded murder bot that wipes them all out? Great show, by the way. The game is a wild mix of building your own secret base, managing the city's resources, and fighting these tactical turn-based battles that feels like XCOM but with slightly better aim. For me, it was hard to pinpoint any specific cool standout feature, but it's just the way that the world and story unfolds. It's pretty insane. It felt like a truly unique experience with some really deep RPG storytelling, and while at the start it might seem very overwhelming with everything you need to keep track of, eventually you get into it and the sense of freedom is very hard to match. Also, the game just came out of early access, and with its 1.0 release you can get it at 50% off or around $15, so worth it for such a crazy cool sci-fi experience. And now for players looking for a deep emotional story that moves just beyond the casual shooting, this historical RPG offers quite a real look at the Great War, aka World War I. In All Quiet in the Trenches, you are this German sergeant in charge of a small squad in 1915. But unlike most war games, you aren't just trying to win the conflict, you're just trying to get by, keeping your men alive while balancing harsh orders with the exhaustion of your team. The game comes in 3 phases: surviving in the muddy trenches, resting at camp, and then these intense turn-based battles. The game has a very human element to it. Your soldiers have unique personalities and can become jaded or scared depending on your choices. So yes, your squad's mental health is going to take a toll, whether it's food shortages or rat infestations, which reminds me, I need to go set those traps. The atmosphere is heavy, it makes you feel the weight of every loss, and yes, that combat is tactical, but I mean, the real strategy here is just going to be trying to keep everyone fed and sane. And yes, it is still in early access, but the devs are quite active, and right now All Quiet in the Trenches is on sale for 20% off or around $20, and great if you want a turn-based game with a little bit more feelings. And next up, if you've ever dreamed of living out a space opera like Firefly or The Expanse, this open-world universe sandbox is exactly what you need. In Star Traders Frontiers, you'll be commanding a starship through a galaxy of political drama and alien threats. This is coming from the studio The Trees Brothers. They created the epic Cyberknights, another great game, go check it out. I've just featured it too much here. But this time around, it lets you live out your life as a bounty hunter a smuggler, or maybe a feared space pirate. A lot of the choices you make come with consequences. I mean, the universe itself feels very much alive, like the factions will be fighting wars and trade prices will be shifting without your help. Plus, what's cool is that your ship can be customized with hundreds of different upgrades, and the turn-based combat is deep, it's tactical, you'll need to be thinking on your feet a lot of the time, and you also have to help your team from becoming too mentally unstable. The depth of the game is very good, and it also comes with some very rich lore. And right now, Star Traders Frontiers is currently half price, sitting at just $7. But overall, it's a great, highly replayable captain simulator that's definitely worth checking out. Now, there might be some of you out there looking for some of that old school RPG nostalgia, and this one has plenty of that. The Necromancer's Tale is a narrative-driven top-down RPG where you play the role of a minor noble, and you've been drawn into the dark necromantic arts, and now you need to seek knowledge and revenge. The story and world building here are very good. It's not like what the modern depiction of necromancy is like, with the, I don't know, the skeletons jumping out, but yeah, it's something much deeper. It seems a bit like Disco Elysium with the gameplay. It's not really, it's a bit more linear, but it still comes with some twists and turns to keep things interesting. And yes, there is combat. It's sort of there, but it's there. Think of a game like Colony Ship in a way, and right now the Necromancer's Tale is 30% off, or around $17. Great if you enjoy old school RPGs like Neverwinter Nights and Jade Empire, and just want something similar. So like I said, next up, Age of Decadence is a true hidden gem for CRPG veterans craving something challenging and quite choice heavy. In my last turn-based video, I featured another hidden gem called Colony Ship, and this is very similar to that one, so if you like that one, you might enjoy the other, and vice versa. The game is set in a crumbling Roman-inspired world, where it throws you into a brutal turn-based tactical system where every stat point matters, and death is always just one bad choice away. But unlike most RPGs, your background shapes your journey, but it also doesn't lock you in. Like, you can straight up just betray your mentor or convert to a new belief just mid-game. It's got branching paths, faction conflicts, and non-linear storytelling that could quite possibly rival some of the others in the genre. However, it's also not very forgiving. Like, if you fail a check, you might just instantly die. But for those who can handle that harsh difficulty, it's incredibly rewarding. And while the dated graphics and the clunky UI might scare off some of the newcomers, the old school fans will find a masterpiece beneath the rough exterior. And during the sale, it's 60% off, or around $6, so if you enjoy the old school Fallout style gameplay, maybe go check out the Age of Decadence, you might really enjoy it. And next up, if you want to build a glorious empire on a mysterious ocean planet, well, this massive 4x strategy game will keep you hooked for hundreds of turns. In Endless Legend 2, you'll be leading one of many unique factions through this incredibly looking but doomed world of Saeda. It is a turn-based adventure where you'll be exploring new lands, managing your cities, and fighting tactical battles as the seasons shift around you. A neat feature in this sequel is the Tidefall mechanic, where huge waves will be changing the map in real time, uncovering hidden ruins and resources as the oceans recede. What's also pretty cool is that you can customize your own heroes and equip them with some legendary gear if you really want to take down the enemy. The game itself just looks incredible, just from the world itself to the various alien designs that feel very fresh, and that UI is also very easy on the eyes. This is a game if you just want each faction to play very differently, because they do, and the depth of strategy here is incredible. And while it is still in early access, it feels very polished and runs great, and right now it's on sale for 40% off, or around $30, so maybe go check out Endless Legend 2 if you've always wanted to check out what some epic 4X gameplay is like. Now, if you enjoy the strategy and gameplay of XCOM, then this one is definitely worth a closer look. In Everyday We Fight, you lead a squad of rebels trapped in a persistent time loop, fighting back against an alien invasion. It is a tactical turn-based game where you must move your heroes into position, but then you can actually take control to aim and fire their weapons yourself. It's very cool. Just like with XCOM, you can hide behind cover, you can flank enemies, and you can use special abilities that look and feel like they belong in a big budget action movie, especially when you're controlling them yourself. Every time you fail, the time loop resets, allowing you to bring new upgrades and knowledge into the next battle. If you've ever played the game Valkyria Chronicles, yeah, it plays very similar to that. Plus, the game is a breath of fresh air for the genre because it removes the frustration of missing a shot due to bad luck. I mean, if you miss, that's because of your own aim. The graphics are very good too, and the roguelike loop makes every mission feel very high stakes and addictive. It's still in early access, so expect a few issues here and there, but Every Day We Fight is currently on sale for 20% off or around 20 bucks, and worth checking out if you really love your XCOM type games. If you're looking for a bizarre and just incredible sci-fi epic where you can be anything from a mutant with wings to a sentient door, well, this legendary RPG is a dream come true. In Case of Cud, you explore a far future Earth filled with ancient technology and very strange cultures. It is a traditional turn-based roguelike where every step you take in this massive procedurally generated world could lead to a grand discovery or maybe a sudden hilarious death. And yes, I said procedurally generated, but it's not like, oh, here's a new map for you. No, every religion, every object, every power, whatever, everything you see gets all changed and modified. And the world itself feels fully simulated, meaning that you can dig through walls, maybe melt items or make friends with a faction of intelligent crabs. This game is truly a masterpiece of imagination with a deep poetic story that feels like a sci-fi novel, and while the retro graphics might look simple at first, the complexity is mind-blowing. It's a true sandbox of stories where no two adventures ever feel the same. And right now, Case of Cud is 20% off or around 24 bucks. Sure, it's a lot, but trust me, you will not get bored anytime soon in this near-perfect game. Then if you're looking for a quick, spooky challenge that feels like a high-stakes board game, this creepy dungeon crawler is a must-play. In Cesto, you're one of 4 heroes that's trying to stop a mysterious solar eclipse. It is a turn-based roguelike where you'll be jumping from floor to floor, trying to reach the bottom without getting crushed by monsters or traps. And yes, it comes with a luck system where every time you move or attack, you roll a spiritual dice that decides if you succeed or fail. But let's be honest, one of the main draw points for this game for you will be its art style. You'll either hate it or love it. It's like SkillUp said, it reminds them if the Monty Python animators had made Dark Souls. The gameplay is short and sweet, making it perfect for playing in small bursts. And while the randomness can be a bit too brutal at times, the strategic choices and fast pace keeps it from feeling unfair. Overall, it feels like a simple but deep experience that's very hard to put down once you start. And yes, again, it's still in early access, but Cesto is currently on sale for 25% off or around 10 bucks, making it a great bite-sized and atmospheric game worth checking out, especially if you just want something different. Now, if you love the idea of building a massive empire and watching custom-made legends rise to godhood, Age of Wonders 4 is worth checking out. This is one of those massive 4x games where you get to explore, expand, and then crush your enemies in tactical turn-based battles. The customization in this game though is where the game truly shines. You don't just pick a race, you're going to be creating one, like cannibal elves or mystical moles, and instead of a normal tech tree, you'll be collecting tomes of magic to transform your people, literally turning an army into fire-breathing demons or angelic beings. And while all the menus can feel a bit overwhelming, the visuals look great and the sense of discovery is all the time. It's got a lot of strategy and the combat itself is also very fun and very engaging. And right now, Age of Wonders 4 is on sale for like 50% off for around $25. A great deal if you want to live in this crazy cool fantasy world. Now, if you've ever wanted to be the brains behind the Avengers, Marvel Midnight Suns might be a perfect pick for you. You play as the Hunter, a customizable hero leading legends like Iron Man and Spider-Man against a demonic army. It's got a great mix of card-based strategy and management. That's because it comes with the Abbey, your secret base where you get to hang out with your heroes. You can take blade fishing or chat about movies with Captain Marvel to unlock some powerful team combos. The combat itself feels like a tactical puzzle. You'll be unlocking cards to knock enemies into hazards or unleash flashy finishes. If you are a Marvel fan, this game is a no-brainer. Just take note, you will spend a lot of time talking. It can feel a bit like a superhero soap opera between fights, but hey, the card system keeps every battle feeling unpredictable and fresh. And during the sale, Marvel Midnight Suns is 80% off. That's incredible. It's like $16, and you'll definitely get a lot of fun out of it, especially if you enjoy anything to do with superheroes. Speaking of superheroes, if you ever wanted to lead a gritty underground rebellion like the final season of The Boys, this might be worth checking out. In Capes, you recruit a team of young heroes to take back a city where superpowers have been outlawed for 20 years. It is a turn-based strategy game where you'll be fighting against the Company to liberate the streets. One cool feature here is the team-up system where your heroes can combine their unique powers for some devastating duo attacks. Looks very cool. For example, a teleporter can help a heavy hitter reach a rooftop, or a speedster can boost a teammate's defense. Combat itself is quite snappy, very rewarding, and the game also offers a dark noir comic book story. And while it can be a bit difficult at times, the satisfaction of pulling off a perfect combo is always unmatched. It has its issues. I think it's currently sitting with mixed reviews on Steam, but if you get it on sale, it's 60% off or around 16 bucks. So yes, it might be a bit rough, but it is a lot of fun and still worth checking out. Alright, now I'm throwing this one in here simply because it's rare to find a game that you get to play as the bad guys. Well, more like bad aliens, as Attack of the Earthlings asks you, hey, what if you played XCOM as the Advent? In Attack of the Earthlings, you control a swarm of native aliens called the Swarmers. Yeah, good name. Your mission is to stop a clumsy space corporation from mining your planet by sneaking through their base and just eating up their employees. The turn-based combat focuses on stealth and clever traps, allowing you to hide in vents or jump out of lockers to surprise your prey. The humor is top-notch with witty dialogue that just pokes fun at corporate life while you cause just total chaos. It's a refreshing twist as you get to play as the invader for once, and the animations are pretty cool and very satisfying. The game is short, don't expect endless replayability like XCOM, and yes, it has its few issues. It's not bad if you want to try something different for a week or two and you really enjoy your XCOM games. Now, if you're a fan of Pokemon or you just love collecting magical monsters and want a game with some high stakes, this incredibly good looking pixel art game is worth checking out. In Aethermancer, you're a powerful mage exploring the fractured ruins alongside mythical creatures. This is a monster taming roguelike where you must plan every move in tactical turn-based battles in order to survive. The game also features a rebirth system, which happens if one of your creatures die, and since the world is stuck in a cycle of life and death, your monsters can actually grow stronger each time they are reborn. It's pretty weird, but pretty cool. You can also customize your team with just hundreds of skills, making every run feel fresh. The game itself is quite a hidden gem with a playful, dark atmosphere that feels a bit spooky and cozy at the same time. The combat itself is also very satisfying, especially when you try and exploit enemy weaknesses, and while some of the fights are just very tough, the sense of growth is very rewarding once you get it right. The monster design's also full of personality, and yes, it is still in early access, but it's on sale for 20% off or around 18 bucks, which isn't bad at all, especially if you enjoy your creature collecting games. Then during the fest, some brand new titles came out, and this dark fantasy adventure is perfect for players who love a tough challenge and retro vibes. In THYSIASTERY, I think I'm pronouncing that wrong, you're a group of heroes going through this massive dangerous maze called, the Labyrinth. It is a first-person dungeon crawler where you move on a grid and fight monsters in turn-based battles. This game comes with a neat skill system where your characters can learn many different powers and then actually teach them to each other. The game also feels very spooky to me, both in the atmosphere and that art style. Along with that, the monster designs are super creative, they just look really weird and got this weird fantasy vibe going on. And right now you can grab this game for 30% off or around $9, which is a steal for the content and enjoyment you'll get from it. Next on the list is a game that you have to have on your library because if you're a fan of RPGs, then you're going to love this one. Warhammer 40k Rogue Trader is one of the greats out there. It's developed by Alcat. They really know what they're doing in the CRPG games, where this time around you'll be leading a gothic star cruiser, purging heretics and exploring the stars in the God Emperor's name. The combat is insane here, with officer abilities granting extra turns and tactical layers like targeting frontline, backline, or rear for bonuses. It also nails both the ranged and melee combat, coming with bullet sprays, partial cover, and brutal close-quarter fights. The writing also strikes a good balance between grimdark seriousness and self-aware humor, although it's Warhammer, so yeah, you know what you're getting yourself into. And because you are a rogue trader, you're free to explore, experiment with heresy, just very, very carefully, and build a powerful base. It still comes with a few bugs here and there, but if you want an epic, choice-driven RPG in a universe where space marines and chaos reign supreme, this one is a must-play. Plus, right now, it's 60% off or around 20 bucks. 100% recommended if you love CRPG games or you just want to start dabbling into the Warhammer universe. Man, every time this is on sale, if you love brutal, tactical games, you have to get this one. In Battle Brothers, you'll be leading a group of mercenaries through a gritty, procedurally generated land. There's no set story here. Instead, you travel from town to town, taking on dangerous jobs and trying to keep your brothers alive against orcs, undead, and bandits. And don't let looks deceive you. Sure, it might look like a tabletop board game, but its depth and gameplay is just insane. You'll need to manage your team's gear, their unique backstories, and even their injuries, which is very cool because it shows up on their character portraits. Very cool. The combat is deep, where every tile you stand on and every weapon you choose can mean the difference between victory and just a total wipeout. It's a masterpiece of suffering that values smart strategy over flashy graphics. Surviving a fight when the odds are stacked against you just feels amazing, especially with the atmospheric music and the stories that you create along the way. And right now, Battle Brothers is a massive 70% off, or like 9 bucks, and 100% recommended because yeah, you'll hate it, but you'll love it. And so that wraps up my video. Thanks for sticking around up until this moment. If you're still there, maybe leave a like or maybe even subscribe to find more content like this. A big shout out to my channel members. You guys always mean so much to me, and if you know of a game or turn-based game that I'm not aware of, let me know in the comment section below. Always appreciate it. Other than that, it's Marco here from Easily Distracted Games, and as always, don't stop gaming.